What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 with a 7900M gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna check out some Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. That sure is a mouthful. That's what she said. But anyway, we tried this out on the Asus G15 Advantage, and we couldn't quite hit 60 no matter what, either at 1080p or at 1440p. And I'm not gonna lie, FSR doesn't seem to help much, which can tell me one of two things. Either we're a little CPU bottleneck, or maybe the game's FSR is just bugged. That does happen in some games. Or maybe it's a little bit of a combo of both. I'm not a developer or nothing, so I can't tell for sure. But in any case, this one might not be able to hit 60 either. But it is a little more powerful than my other laptop, so we will see. But we'll start off at 1080p as usual. Even though it's a 1200p screen, 1080p is just way easier to record for. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's not waste any more time and let's get ourselves into the game. So now here we go with Alienware settings. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the shittiest showings of any of the PCs I have, besides like, you know, the Steam Deck and the Firebat not really being able to play very well. But this thing doesn't really have an excuse. This is like a almost $3,000 laptop. It should be able to fucking play this game no problem, but you'll see what I mean once we get in there about what it does. Alright, here we go. We're in the game, and as you can see, we're getting horrid frame times. The frame rate isn't that bad, but the frame times are god-awful. And I wanted to blame the CPU getting up to 100C, but I've played plenty of games where that happens and it doesn't do this, so I don't know what its problem was. Maybe there was something else in the laptop that was just overheating, or maybe the game was just being a dildo. It's hard to say. But more so than anything, since it ran, you know, other than getting perfect 60, it ran way better with frame rate or frame times on the G15 Advantage, so I'm willing to bet it's not really the game's fault. It's probably just this damn Alienware's fault. Luckily, though, if I recall, and I'm not misremembering, I think we get much better performance at 1440, because I try everything to get playable frame rates here, but I just can't. No matter what, we get like big frame time drops. And hell, we even dropped down to like 52, I think, there. Which, ironically, I think is the same thing that the G15 Advantage dropped down to at 1080p. And this thing shouldn't be doing that. It's quite a bit more powerful. I mean, I can't really think of a single solitary way the G15 Advantage is more powerful. About the only thing I can give it is value. You can get one of those way cheaper than you can get one of these things. The G15 Advantage should be anywhere from like 600 to like 800, depending on like all the different specs they got, like if they've upgraded the RAM or put a bunch of drives in it or what have you. But regardless, the Alienware should be more expensive. I think I was hearing people say they were finding it for like $1,600, and that's a damn good deal. But that's what I originally paid for the G15 Advantage, funny enough. Ooh, we blasted him right out of the sky. That was pretty satisfying. Ah, one of these bastards. Alright. Let's fucking do this. Nope, I think I jumped right into that shit. But it is not easy to fight with these frame times, let me tell you. That and I was not very good at this game yet anyway, because I actually started on the G15 Advantage this time, because I didn't know if the game had Evo or not. Get the fuck on the ground. Kinda cool when you throw them on the ground, it kills like a bunch of them. Anyway though, why don't we move along? So we already tried Ultra settings on native 1080p, and that didn't go so well. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it's just some Ultra setting making all that stuff happen. So we dropped it down to high. It says custom, but it's just high. So I even went back and did that and applied just to make sure that it was the correct setting. So let's just cruise down to the bottom here. Oh, went too far, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves into the game. All right. Here we go. I had to like start in the pause screen there. I don't like to usually do that, but as you can see, if I had tried to just sit around, I would have died. Not really in the right kind of fight for standing around. Fuck you guys. Stop double teaming me, you little bastards. Well, technically big bastards. They're bigger than I am in my power suit armor. Execute. This game is absolutely fantastic. There's been so many cool games. I've loved Wukong, and this game seems to be pretty badass. What little I played of that, shit, what was that one? I remember there was another one I played recently. Something Mana. Visions of Mana, that's what it was. That seemed pretty cool. But as soon as I'm done with... Oh shit, we got a big guy coming in here. As soon as I'm done with... Oh shit. I don't even have time to think while I'm watching myself play. But anyway, as soon as I'm done with Lost Judgment, I think I'll probably play this before I play the Visions of Mana game. Just because I've heard this game's pretty short, and I could kind of use a pure action-based game after Lost Judgment. Don't get me wrong, that game's action-packed, but there's lots of cutscenes with a lot of talking too, but it's got a hell of a good story. I like both Judgment and Lost Judgment so far. And in fact, I kind of like the main character a lot. It kind of seems like he'd be very similar to how I'd be if I was him. Or if I was just some Chinese or Japanese detective guy. He's not like super powerful, he's just about speed and agility, just like me. I'm not that strong. But I can whoop someone's ass if they don't know what they're doing. Now, when it's a video game versus a giant Scyther demon thing, I don't know. We'll see how we do. Probably going to die, but I'm going to try to not. Alright, well, I'm out of ammo, so I guess we're going to try to fucking cut him up. Oh, nope. Nope, I do not appear to be winning. I do not appear to be winning at all. Alright, some other people to the rescue. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, now we're going to tone it down to quality FSR and put it back to ultra. So I guess I should say tone it up, not tone it down. But now we can go and see if we can actually get some pretty playable frame rates. If I remember correctly, no matter what we do, it just stutters like crazy though. And I figured, why bother putting it on medium? That doesn't seem to help. And no one with a PC like this wants to do that. We got FSR on now, and we got the game back on Ultra, and we still get crazy frame times. Even in this weird little, seems to be like these guys' home base, I would like to say. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these frame times. But I do know that they piss me off. Because this thing should not be running this. This thing should be like butter. Which it kind of, I believe, is in 1440p mode, but not in 1080p for whatever reason. And the thing has a mux switch, so it's not like it gets better frames or anything like that by having a external monitor hooked up. It's not like the G15 Advantage. That thing lacks a mux switch, so you add a monitor and you might get an extra FPS or two. You might get a lot if you play like Warzone or something. That was one of the biggest bumps. I think that game gained like 8 to 10 FPS or something like that just by hooking up an external monitor. And I think I even did 1440p, which it mattered even more at 1080. Possibly vice versa. It's hard to remember anymore. I did so many videos on everything so far. I just got scanned by a creepy floating skull thing. Anyway, must be like their security system or something. Oh, looks like it's cutscene time. Whoa, who's this badass looking motherfucker?
Lieutenant Titus reporting for duty. Have Sergeant Gadriel report.
Man, it'd be cool if he could just like make the lag go away. Be like, dude, I am such a badass. I'm going to just make your frame time perfectly smooth.
Good enough.
But unfortunately,
I'll be straight with you, Titus.
He can't do that.
I have my
I can't do that.
your reinstatement.
We're all at the mercy of whatever that's happening.
Suspicions.
It makes me actually glad I use it as like a desktop replacement, just have an external monitor hooked up to it. But this would be absolutely terrible for somebody. Imagine taking it on a trip and being like, oh cool, at least I can play some Space Marine 2 at night or something. And then you get to deal with this, and it's like, oh great, yeah, this is unplayable, I'm not playing this. Most people would turn this game off. Like, I'd have already turned it off and uninstalled it if this is my only computer. I'd been like, nope, this thing pisses me off. Hell, I'd be tempted to sell it, but there's no way I can sell it with the way it acts. People would think it was broken, you know? Because it's fine for some games, but some games it does this shit. So it's kind of annoying. It's a love-hate relationship. When it works well, I love it. It's a great laptop. But when it does shit like this, it really irks me. Because I spent a pretty penny on it, and I was really excited to get an Alienware, and so far it's been like kind of an annoying situation.
Sergeant, this is Lieutenant
But at least on the 1440p monitor, which is the way I would use it, it seems to be a pretty damn good experience. And I don't gotta worry about black screening or any of that way either. But anyway, I think it's about time for us to go ahead and move along. So this time we'll try something a little different than G-Fit Advantage. Instead of lowering the FSR to balanced, let's just lower the quality from ultra to high and see how that does. Because we're already at 1080p, we don't really want to lower the resolution too much lower than we already are, so. Now that we're at the bottom, let's go see how this one does. So now here we go, FSR quality, but with the game on high preset now instead of ultra.
Already assembled on the flight deck. Good.
Doesn't really seem to have made a big difference in frame rate or frame time. Everything seems to be about the same, which is a shame. I was really hoping something I did would make 1080p playable, seeing as though not everybody uses an external monitor after all. Nor should they have to. These things should work just fine the way they are. You shouldn't have to use the Dell drivers or anything. You should be able to use the frickin' whatever you want. It's your laptop, use it the way you want. That's the way I see it anyway. But I did hear about, I guess, like they came out with a relatively new driver that supposedly fixes everything, but me, I'd rather just limit it to 240 and just use the newest drivers. That's me, though.
What is our assignment?
But at least now there's an option for people that want that 400 or 80 hertz screen.
Lost them already.
I still wished I would have waited and got the 1440p screen. Or was it a 1600p screen? I can't remember now. Frame time spikes. Frame time spikes. This game's got a lot of spikes. It's actually more of this laptop. I don't really think it's the game's fault, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I think it's something to do with the way that the laptop is communicating with shit. Maybe it doesn't like the fact that I limited it to 240 hertz, but we're not even anywhere near that shit, so I don't know why that would be affecting it. We don't have any limits that I know of that would be causing this. I don't think I have chill or any of that shit on. I don't even think I have any lag on. I think I turn all that shit off just so it wouldn't interfere with shit. Damn, this game is using 20 gigs of RAM. Although I guess I got OBS up too. I don't know how much that uses. It can't use much more than a gig or two. This game uses some RAM, damn. This thing has got the most RAM out of any other computer, funny enough. This thing is the one with 64 gigs. I wanted it to be a portable video editing machine in case I ever went anywhere and needed to edit videos for whatever reason. Anyway, this is just going to be a loading screen, so why don't we go ahead and move along. Okay, so now let's get ourselves some camera for the gameplay. Still seems to be a pretty big stutter fest. Hopefully it stops doing that at 1440p, but it probably is just going to do that on this computer. Maybe the CPU's, although the CPU's being at 100% on a bunch of things and it didn't do this, so I don't know.
Major, we've got more incoming from the east.
Move to reinforce the eastern flank. You, go with him.
Assist in the defense.
Very good, my lord.
We will see about that. Hope you're keeping score, brother. Oh, I am. Here they come. Glory amongst them all.
Oh, that's one of those pieces of crap. I hit the dodge button. I guess I just wasn't quick enough.
My lord, intelligence reports multiple swarms closing in.
Direct us to them.
Sending coordinates to your Auspex display. My lord, we are preparing an airstrike. Can you hold the enemy in places?
definitely don't make this kind of a game fun. I hope it doesn't act like this on everything. Well, the Laser GP Advantage had a stutter every now and again, but it was nothing like this. It just couldn't hit 60. This one seems to hit 60-ish. Still drops under from time to time, though. Yeah, see? You still drop down like 51 at a time. Who's shooting at me now?
Ammunition depleted.
Airstrike incoming!
Huh.
Direct hit, Major.
The eighth never miss!
Huh. Good.
Everyone in this base owes you their life, Alienworks.
The Emperor protects. We must proceed through the jungle to reach the orbital defense guns. Brother Ariel, assist the Canadians while they establish new defensive lines and then report back. Yes, Lieutenant. Take off. The orbital guns are on the other side of the swamp. Be alert. The Tyranids will be lying in wait.
Who are you?
Very good.
I guess I'll stay with that for now. I used the other one last time. Holy shit though, these stutters are horrid. Yeah, this is pretty much unplayable on this computer.
This must be where the swarm originated.
I don't know if it's because we're just on the
These abhorrent husks
screen itself and there's just something about it it hates or what.
organic machines. Indeed. Their ships.
But that's about all I can stand from that. Hopefully 1440p isn't like that, but let's go wrap the video on up. Alright guys, that's a wrap for Space Marine 2 on the Alienware M18 with a 700M, and that was honestly a really poor performance. It couldn't maintain 60, and it was stuttering like crazy. So I mean, I would have had more fun playing it on the AZG15 Advantage, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Hopefully it's not like that for 1440 as well, but we shall see. But yeah, so far, that is the most unplayable experience I've had of this game yet. Hopefully it stays that way. I hope nothing else is even worse than that. Although, if we play it on like Firebat, that'll probably still be worse and stuff like that. But so far, this is the worst. I'm pretty disappointed. Anyway though, I'm sure everybody's got that. Why don't we go ahead and wrap this up and we'll try 1440p. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys, even with all that stutter. And until the next video, peace out, guys.